We're Robin and Steve. In the last episode, we left you at Orpheus Island, submerged with giant clams, before hanging out on aerial silks. Now we island hop a little south to Fantome Island of the Palm Island group. Unlike Orpheus Island, there is no resort here, and once the one other boat left, we had the place completely to ourselves. But still, other boaties like to leave their mark, like territorial dogs weeing on trees or graffiti taggers. Some people have left bits of plastic and metal in the trees. But apart from that, check it out, it's gorgeous. On this day at least, visibility in the water was not so good, so we couldn't see how good or bad the coral and the fish were. I guess we'll just have to go back. In these films you won't see much footage of me unless I'm training. I film myself so I can remember what I've done and see what I can do better. There are always things to improve. We needed to restock the fridge. We never buy fish, and we rarely fish. And when we fish, we rarely catch a fish. So we were pretty happy when Steve caught a Spanish mackerel. Yum yum. While Steve battles this fish, I'll explain why we're rushing away from the Palm Island group. We have our COVID vaccination booked in Townsville. And Rakali's booked in to go to the slips. We need to freshen up her antifoul. Look at this stripy beautiful fish. Thank you, fish. This is the first of many meals provided by this fish, topped with cress, grown in our boat. If your boat fills with water, it's nice to be able to pump it out. So this pump needed attention. One of the valves had been clogged with a bit of debris. Like a heart with a blocked aorta, it means it doesn't work so well. So after it had been pulled apart and unblocked, Steve put it back together and we could relax, knowing that we had something more than a bailing bucket if for some reason our boat had too much water. We do have an electric bilge pump as well, but this manual pump is a good plan B. Incidentally, take a moment to appreciate Steve's fluffy slippers in the background. There they are. This may not be as entertaining as looking at fish, but a lot of time spent out here is spent fixing things. Because we felt like lazy slobs, we did a bunch of walks this day. We took the wetlands walk to one of many favourite rocks on Yunbenun, or Magnetic Island. We could each partake in a favourite hobby, Steve sitting on a rock while I got upside down. And a hobby we both love, checking out the animals. We'd met this osprey and chicks last trip. Chicks are pretty big now. And then there was this agile shellfish. I didn't envy having to walk with one foot in crashing waves. We were feeling good, so we just kept on walking, meandering across the island, up some pretty dodgy tracks. This time we took the back track and sped through the World War II fort complex. We'd been there before. So this time we were practically race walking until we saw this. an inspiringly slow koala. These marsupials sleep 19 or more hours a day. We met some other friendly animals, perhaps too friendly. These birds have been fed.
You've got water on your legs. You're right.
Oh man. Oh, what? Oh.
What do you think this is,
Sorry,
guys?
They left us to attack some poor girl who was just trying to enjoy her ice cream. These butterflies were less problematic. We'd walked a long way. It was time to visit the cat. Here is a cat that lives on a catamaran. We didn't want to be too stalky, but we loved seeing this cat whenever we went past. And this cat seemed to like seeing us as well. We needed to get clean. We have one of those pressurised water sprayers for the garden, and it works a treat in the cockpit on a warm day. It's often very rolly just outside of Horseshoe Bay at Magnetic Island. We were heading for Townsville, where we were booked in for our second COVID vaccinations. The duck pond anchorage is, well, industrial, but from here we could paddle to the esplanade. There was a mix of art, war memorabilia, and this uninviting tourist information centre. But a highlight was seeing these happy kids cool down on this hot day. I didn't film them, but being a military town, we saw too many young men on too many steroids. On this very windy morning, we sailed around the corner to go into the slips. We were to haul Rakali out to give her a good scrub and new antifoul, once we'd topped her up with diesel. The wharfs here are more for fishing boats. There was nowhere to tie off, so we just had to kind of go in circles until it was our turn to get hauled out. Once we've driven in, it's important to get those slings in the right spots so that the boat is balanced as it's lifted. Once level with the dock, we have to step off and let the hoist operator lift her right up until she can just be driven out of the water. This is when we can really see what things have been growing on the bottom of our boat. It's September now, and we'd only done the antifouling in January. Turns out we'd gotten a bit of a dodgy batch that just rubs right off, and we weren't the only ones in this situation. Anyway, there was enough growth for it to be worth taking her out to give her a scrub. See here, the antifoul shouldn't just come off like that. Soon we're finding Rakali a new home, and we want to make sure that she is in tip-top condition. In case you find slipyards entertaining like I do, here's all that from another angle. In case you don't find slipyards entertaining, here's some epic cranking music to help you get through this next section. Steve wheels in the new antifouling, black because it's cheaper. Look what the ocean's done to this sacrificial anode. It needs replacing. Steve is giving the antifouling a good mix before we apply 2 coats really quickly. Yeah, we're fast. We have to save just enough paint to touch up where the stands have been. And as the paint dried, Steve prevented a near disaster. He mended his shoe using our trusty speedy stitcher. There wasn't a lot of wildlife on our walks around here. This area is built for function, not beauty. That's where our boat is. With 2 coats dry, Steve patches up where the stands have been for the last time. And not long after that, Rakali was plopped back in the water. Once we'd climbed aboard, that is. And we were off. From Townsville, we coast hop our way south before entering the Whitsunday area again. For now, I'll leave you at Cape Bowling Green. Join us next time as we speed through the Whitsunday area, hopping from island to island, on our way to meet our new boat, Savanna, and we'll find Rakali a new and appreciative crew. Enjoy this better-than-average sunset at Cape Bowling Green. But wait, there's one more thing I want to show you. We heard a whale singing through our hull at Orpheus Island. I'll leave you with that.